Good morning from Nazare. As you saw yesterday, folks, we arrived in the evening. We had some lovely dinner. And we've just woken up this morning fairly early because we've got to go. We've had to pay for the parking here, so we need to move the car. But basically we're getting up early anyways because, let me show you again. Can you see in the distance there's a lighthouse called Forte São Miguel Arcanjo. I've said that definitely wrong. I've definitely said that wrong. But anyways, that is the famous point where you go and watch the surfers, where you get the big waves the other side of that nib, that little peninsula there, you know. It's just gone high tide. It's about an hour into it's an hour past the high tide, so we're going to shoot off now. We're going to head there. We haven't checked the weather or anything. We don't know if the wind's in the right direction for the waves or anything like that. But yeah, I don't think there's too much to Nazare, to be honest with you. I don't think it's much of a town or a city. It's just kind of like beachfront here. And I think it's more just residential, you know. We haven't had time to venture out, to be honest with you, because we're leaving, like I say, this morning, right now. So but anyways, without further ado, we're going to crack on. Our car is just parked down here. Let me just show you our little place before we leave. This is the little kitchen here. Got a little Fabiola here. Oh, we've got a little poorly Fabiola actually. She's a little bit ill. She's poorly. She has runny nose and sneezing.
She
needs besos. Anyways, look, this is the best bit. Look, this room is so cute. Very beachy. Very beachy. And then you got that view from the bed. That's what we woke up to this morning. Anyways, folks, that's enough of that shit. Let's get on. Let's go and find some crazy surfers. Vamos. A little bit of Nazare at street level as we walk into the car. We've got a little Christmas tree that isn't lit up. It's pretty dead. Voila. Anyways, there was a big party last night. Don't know if you can see that tent on the beach in the distance there. I can't point at anything because my hands are full. Oh, hello. Hello, Pedro. Oreda. Yeah, but there was a huge party here last night. Massive party. So it was going until about 2 AM, I think it was. But New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve tomorrow. So people are celebrating early already, you see. Anyways. So we've just arrived, folks, we've just arrived. Basically, we need to walk down there now. The road looks a little bit sketchy, so we've decided just to park on the concrete, basically, on the tarmac, before it turns to shite. So I should explain a little bit more about Nazare, shouldn't I? I just expected that people knew what Nazare is, what the kind of place it is. It's a huge, famous place in Portugal for surfing, basically. And the point we're going to is renowned for some of the biggest waves in the world. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed that we're going to see some, basically, while we're here. We're just passing by. Here we are. Anyways, we're going to head on down now, see what we can find. Here we have the lighthouse, folks. We're nearly there. So that's where we've just been. That's the town there. Beautiful, man. You can see the people are down here. That's where the big waves are at, folks. Let's go and see if there's any decent ones today, eh? Well, the waves ain't too big, but the swell is, it looks so powerful, man. Oh my days. We've got no surfers out there though. No crazy people. Got some nice rock formations down there. It's like a tunnel. I don't know if you can see in there. It's like a tunnel that goes through the rock. Other people viewing the waves from there as well. I mean, the waves aren't great Unfortunately, there's no surfers out there. They knew the waves weren't right for today. But just looking at the water, you can just see how powerful it is, you know. Okay folks, forgive me for the wig, very windy. I hope you can hear me. I've just found another little viewpoint where it's going to look down on the town. The huge cliff that was overlooking the town basically. Anyway, we're nearly there. Sometimes the hardest roads lead to the most beautiful destinations, just like this one. Look at that for a view, man. Wow. There's the lighthouse down there where we've just been, and the big waves that we were watching just beyond yonder. Absolutely stunning, man. I'm just looking at the little place we were staying just there. So anyways folks, we're going to head on now. Fabiola's headed back to the car, and we're heading over to Porto. Tonight we will be in Porto, and we're going to spend the next 3 nights there. So we'll be there to see in the new year. That's where we're going to be. So we're heading up there. There's a couple of places I think we're going to stop off on the way there. We haven't really made a plan with this road trip. We haven't really made too much of a plan, basically because the weather can be really crappy, really shitty up in the north, and we planned the road trip around the north, you know. But as it stands, fingers crossed, at the moment everything's going well, so we're going to continue with our trip. But if things get real bad with the weather and it stops us from doing things, we're going to head south and go down the coast there, so Fabiola can see some of that. So the plan is pretty loose on this little trip, which I love because you never know where you're going to go next. I think I've just found my taxi. Are you going to Porto?
Yes.
See? Ah, see?
Just
okay.
under one condition.
What's the condition?
Would you marry me?
Ah! Did you hear that? Oh my god. I'm marrying a taxi driver. Welcome to Costa Nova. And the main reason for us coming here is this famous row of houses, all different colours, all different styles. We're going to take a little walk along this now so you can see them all. Cute little restaurant in the middle of all the houses. So the beach will be down there, which we'll go and visit in a bit. We're just going to have a look at these houses first. And we've got some older ones here, not quite so pretty but full of character, eh? Full of character. Check out this cute little one here. So cool, man. All very different, all very different. Here we go folks, the old Renault 4. I ain't seen one of them since I was a little nipper. Look at that beauty. Beautiful. Let's have a quick look at the inside, shall we? Look at the gear stick on that. Beautiful, man. Should we take this one, Barbie, instead of ours? I think we're going to trade our car in for this one. Continue the road trip in this. What do you reckon? Beach. So we're heading to the beach now, folks. I think we found a road that we can actually get to the beach. Been trying to search for a little road, and I think this is the one. Vamos. The stripes continue all over the place. Cheers, buddy. Welcome to Praia Costa Nova. Costa Nova Beach. So the boardwalk continues for miles by the looks of it. See, these are supposed to be fences, probably about 1 meter high, I'd guess. Well, there we go, folks. That was Costa Nova. Let's see, Costa Nova and its beautiful windswept beach. Now we're heading to Porto, the big city of Porto, where we spend the 3 nights exploring the city and the surrounding areas. So, vamos, let's go. Welcome to Vila Nova de Gaia. So this little place is just south of Porto. So you've got a river running through Porto. And this is on the south of the river basically. So it's a little bit cheaper for us to stay here. We needed a space with a car park because there's nowhere in the middle of Porto that we could find for a car parking space. Anyway, folks, I'm just going to stop muttering on. Look at this retro little place that we've got ourselves here. We're just speaking to the woman that's giving us this place, and this was her grandparents' old place. So there's a bit of history here. Let's have a look. Hello, who's this? Ooh, ooh la la. Anyways, we've got the kitchen here, and look at these. Look at the lovely little frilly bits. Isn't that absolutely stunning, eh? Look at that. Nice little touches. Nice mahogany furniture here. Anyway. Come through to the bedroom. Look at this, folks, hey? Mahogany finish, mahogany finish, mahogany finish, mahogany finish. Lovely chair with a mahogany finish. But yeah, man, this is our little place for the next few days anyway. We're gonna head into Porto later, I think. We're just getting ourselves settled for now, and we're gonna check out probably the local area here as well. But I just wanted to show you guys this beautiful little place that we're staying in. And I forgot to mention actually, that is a huge graveyard. Beautiful, and an old church at the back there you can see here, with the old traditional tiled building. So we've got a tiled church there, folks. But yes. Made some effort for some Christmas trees here. Check these out. Beautiful. Nice. These streets are narrow, that's for sure. Whoop. Some little cute little bungalows here. Check these out. Like little holiday bungalows in the middle of the city. Just making our way into the town, if you can hear me. We're just making our way into the town to go to a bridge. I forget the name of it. Ponte Luis I. I'll put the name on the screen. But we're just going to try and check that out before the sun goes down. It's getting a bit dark now. Oh, fair dudes. Probably lived here for donkey's years and walked these streets many times. Got these old flats here, all tiled. Very retro, very almost like Soviet, you know. like pre-war type things. That's what we're noticing. There's like a lot of modern buildings, but a lot of old type buildings. I mean, the one we're in, the lift system is like from the 40s or 50s really. Old school, folks. Old school lift. Check this out. Boom. Look at these. And then you have some nice houses right next to it. So the light's getting a little bit poor now, so I'm going to apologise once again for the quality of the video. But needs must. A nice big piece of art on the side of that building there. Once again, we're noticing huge apartment blocks and they just look empty, like derelict. Loads of pigeons up there sleeping. Well, there's lights right at the top actually. But yeah, they kind of look derelict.
Yes, but this one looks empty.
Just a lot of the town here where we are just looks very, I don't know, yeah. Derelict, I guess is the word. A lot of the buildings just look old, yeah, old. So we're just walking up the bridge here. The bridge for the tram and everything that's down there, the metro. But down there, that's Porto. A really cool building. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's very well lit up. I'll put the name of the screen on, the name of it on the screen right now. But folks, I'm just going to get beyond this little nib here so we can have a proper look at Porto. So we've just come down onto the front here by the river, the Douro River, and what you've got here is the caves, the cellars, the famous cellars here in Porto, the original cellars. You can do tours and everything here. So basically you can go in there, watch how the whole process and all of that, do tastings and stuff. But I don't think we're going to do that now. It closes very soon anyways. But this is it basically.